Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, welcome. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of boxing talk, my people. And in this round, I will be covering once more. I'll be going there. Sal Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford. And to tell you the truth, I am really tired about this fight. Just taking too long to make too many barriers, too many excuses, and just too many things in the way, my guys. Too many spanners in the works, my people. And I hope that the next time I do make a video about this is going to be about the fight having reached an end where both teams can either say yes, the fight is happening, or no, the fight is or the fight is not happening at all. Either one to me right now would be good news. I'm just not caring like that no more. But do you know what? Yeah, after Sal Canelo Alvarez's performance against Edgar Berlanga on September the 14th, of course, as we all thought that, Canelo would in fact win the fight as he did, but not the way he did, my people. We actually thought that Canelo would get rid of Edgar Berlanga by the 6th round, my guys, my people. But Edgar Berlanga definitely outperformed himself. He definitely outperformed also our expectations. I just keep on saying, and a few people that thought the same also, so many people thought the same. And the numbers were so vast, that were actually thinking the same way as I was, that you might as well say everybody was thinking the same thing, people. But there are a few opinions after that fight that I think is very important for us to look at, because I believe their opinion does matter. One of which actually is kind of deviated a little bit in his opinion. And is sort of edging towards Terence Crawford's side. But do you know what? We're gonna visit that in a moment. Just give me a tiny bit of time. Give me some time, my people. So let's go. Yeah. We're gonna start with Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields, as you know, goes by the title of GOAT, the greatest female woman boxer of all time, my people. Claressa has been 3 times undisputed in 3 different weight classes, my people, and currently holds multiple titles in multiple weight classes, my people. Recently also jumped directly from middleweight, like I hope you listen to what I'm saying. She directly jumped from middleweight all the way to heavyweight, my people, and collected a WBC belt at W-weight. That is the WBC world title at middleweight, my people. And so after the Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga fight, Claressa Shields was asked what she thought about the fight, and she actually said truthfully that Sal Canelo Alvarez seems to have slowed down in watching his last two fights, of course, with none other than Edgar Berlanga, the most recent one. And then before that, we had Jaime Munguia, which we thought their performances versus Canelo was very close and almost identical, my people. They both got dropped in their fight. Edgar Berlanga got dropped in the 3rd. Jaime Munguia got dropped in the 4th. However, they were both able to get up and fight on, and all the way to the last bell, and lost via unanimous decision. A wide unanimous decision, but a unanimous decision nonetheless. They both of course, outperformed our expectations, and indeed also their expectations, and possibly, I do believe this, also outperformed Saul Canelo Alvarez's expectations, who was promising to in fact knock out both fighters in their different face-offs. So let's get straight to deeper into what Claressa Shields had to say. She was asked about the weight issue between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford. My guys, my people, of course, Terence Bud Crawford now fights at 158 junior middleweight. Saul Canelo Alvarez all the way up at 168. So 2 weight classes between them. My people, my guys, are you following me? Come on, follow me closely so you don't miss what I'm saying. So basically, Claressa Shields then answered saying that the weight is not really that much of an issue, and just drawed on her own experience in being able to go through multiple weight classes, and now jumped from middleweight all the way to heavyweight to claim the WBC title there. And she says that I was able to do that because I got skills, because I got power, I got the skills to pay the bill, and so does Terence Bud Crawford. Did you hear that, people? What she just said about Terence Bud Crawford? He's got the skills to pay the bills. And she says that Terence Bud Crawford got great ring IQ, has KO power, and he is very, very sturdy. I know a lot of you people are using the word sturdy nowadays, but do you actually know what that means, my people? Sturdy, if you look in a dictionary, it actually means somebody who is very strong and solid at the same time. So a combination of 2 words there: strength and solidarity in a person or a thing, my people. So yeah, Terence Bud Crawford, that is the kind of the descriptions that is being that are being applied to Terence Bud Crawford. And Claressa Shields then goes on to say that weight does matter a little, but boxing really, really matters. And she of course favors Terence Bud Crawford to come away with the win, my people. Yes, my people. And do you know what? Who else had a opinion that I thought would be very, very important, in this situation? Someone that might give us some insight as to how Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford might be able to stack up in a fight against one another. So let's look at the opinion of none other than the current trainer, a very, very, very well-renowned boxing trainer, and currently trains Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez, and of course Virgil Ortiz. If you don't know these 2 names, you don't know boxing, my people. Go and do your research and find out about Bam Bam Rodriguez. Go and find out about Virgil Ortiz. Mean MFers. You know that. So listen to what Robert Garcia had to say about a fight between, a potential fight, by the way, between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford. And before I go into it, I might as well say that before the fight with Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga, Garcia didn't give Crawford any chance When I say any chance, almost next to zero. Go and watch the clips, you will see, you know, it's there, it's everywhere. If you want to find it, you can find that shit, really, if you really want to find that. So listen, like I said before the fight, he didn't really give Crawford that much of a chance, but now it seems to be singing a whole different tune. And Garcia said this, that Crawford will put up a good fight for the first 6 to 8 rounds, my people, and then Canelo might just take over. He believes that the first 6 rounds will be very, very close, or in fact will have Terence Bud Crawford ahead of Saul Canelo Alvarez, my people. So looking at what Robert Garcia has to say, I know you really don't want to say that Canelo will lose. You know, he's a very staunch Mexican, staunch, sticks to the code Mexican boxing trainer. So I know that indeed, I got that in my mind. See, I know the facts, but check this out. What I think Robert Garcia really wanted to say is that it's a very, very close fight, and it's not as clear as what we think. That Canelo's weight and size really wouldn't matter that much. I know he didn't say that out and out right, but I know Garcia, that's what you meant. I know that's what you meant. So cut out the games and just get straight to it, you know. But somebody that was much, much clearer about their opinion was in fact the man who actually fought Saul Canelo Alvarez, and that is of course Edgar Berlanga himself. Edgar Berlanga boldly states that the only thing that he puts over Crawford is Canelo's size and his weight. It says that in all other departments, in all other attributes, he's got Crawford, you know, being able to match any fighter that he can think of or outdo them, not even close, but by far. That Crawford would be able to do any other fighter by far, skill-wise and boxing IQ-wise. Do you hear that, my people? Is there any more fans out there that's doubting the man that we call Terence Bud Crawford, who I liken to be a boxing savant, my people? Do you hear that? A boxing savant, my people. So Edgar Berlanga goes on to say that Crawford is a great, great fighter. I didn't hear him saying anything about Saul Canelo Alvarez being great, and you know what? He just fought Saul Canelo Alvarez, and he said that you can never ever count out someone like Terence Bud Crawford. That indeed Edgar Berlanga, meaning despite the weight, despite the size of Saul Canelo Alvarez, Terence Bud Crawford got a huge, huge chance of coming away with the win, just based off of his skills and off of his IQ. That is boxing, my people. So while we're still on the subject of, you know, Terence Bud Crawford, we might as well talk about this. We might as well talk about this because there's a lot of disrespect on the man's name. There's a lot of trolling going on. And if this was Saul Canelo Alvarez, I promise you it would have probably been dismissed a long time ago. I mean, trust me. Because right now, yeah, we got several fighters that are calling out Terence Bud Crawford. Two of those fighters I would name, but let me just name the first one first, the most annoying one, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez fights at 140, my people. The guy that got pop, 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 got slapped up by none other than George Kambosos. Can you believe that somebody got smacked up by George Kambosos in the ring? Yeah. Lost his unified titles at 135. Yeah. To George Kambosos. And then he ran away. He ran away, yeah, and went up to 140. And do you remember really who he was meant to be fighting at 135 before he faced George Kambosos? Yes, that's right. I'm talking about after when Teofimo Lopez was on a high, my people, just feeling himself gassed up, overgassed. Gassed up about beating none other than the living legend himself. None other than Vasily Lomachenko, my people. So, that made him a unified champ, my people. At the time, you know who was holding the only title to have made Teofimo Lopez undisputed? Devin the Dream Haney was holding on to the WBC title, the only remaining title that would have made Teofimo undisputed champion at 135. And do you know what? Teofimo Lopez ducked Devin the Dream Haney, yeah, thinking that he had a better chance of beating. In fact, not a better chance. He thought he had 100% chance, yeah, of beating George Kambosos. And you know what? George Kambosos didn't only just beat him, knocked him down, yeah, messed him up, beat him the hell up, and took the titles. Devin Haney then went to Australia to collect the titles back, not once but twice, my people. And this is the guy Teofimo Lopez that is calling out Terence Bud Crawford, the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, 4-division champ, current WBA world champion at 154. That is junior middleweight, my people. That means he's fighting how many weight classes above Teofimo Lopez at this point? Teofimo Lopez fights at 140, remember. So that is 147, yeah, and then 154. So that is 2 weight classes above Teofimo Lopez, my people. Terence Bud Crawford is 2 weight classes above Teofimo Lopez. Who wants to fight Terence Bud Crawford? Has no skills even close to Terence Bud Crawford. He's just gassed up high. Why? Because he beat Josh Taylor at 140, who has already been exposed by none other than Jack Catterall. That, look here, you are not the man. Who had already been exposed before that by Regis Prograis. That, look here, you are not the man. Where Regis Prograis lost a very controversial fight, I would say, because that fight was very close and could have gone either way. Do you think any of those fighters, yeah, would have even gone close to having a controversial fight with Terence Bud Crawford? Do you think they would have even gone close to even have a fight that went 12 rounds with Terence Bud Crawford? You must be crazy. You must be cuckoo. Teofimo Lopez, we already know you lost to Sando Martinez. Sando Martin, you already lost that. You got gifted that win. And we know you lost to Jermaine Ortiz. Also, you got gifted that also. So we know you lost 2 fights, definitely, that you got gifted. So it's not a secret. Everybody knows. And stop going around calling yourself undisputed. You never been undisputed. You just had 3 belts and a franchise belt. That don't make you undisputed. Yeah, nobody even hears about that franchise belt no more. No one's talking about franchise belts no more. So stop talking about you have been undisputed. Stop calling Terence Bud Crawford's name out, because right about now You are looking very, very desperate. You are looking suicidal, like you are about to crash out because your career is not going the way that you want it to go. Just hold it down, my guy. Hold it down. Be patient. Buy your time and plan, and you will get where you want to go. But this is not the way, you know. And the way you've been calling out Terence Bud Crawford, I don't think you're going to get a fight that way. Trust me, because this is what he thinks of you. He says you are straight up trash, trash, trash. And so does his whole camp. They think you are trash, total trash. And guess what is coming out Teofimo Lopez's mouth? He believes that he can break down Terence Bud Crawford and knock him out in 9 rounds. Do you really believe that? Nobody believes you, my people. But you know what, yeah? Not only is he calling out Terence Bud Crawford, he's also calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. And when he was asked, who do you want first? He said, give me Terence Bud Crawford first. This boy is smoking. I don't know what he's been smoking, but I don't want none of it. And anyone of a sane mind, I'm sure, don't want none of it. Neither. Is driving it mad, crazy, cuckoo. But let's move on from Teofimo Lopez before I start going into other stories involving his dad, who I believe is a major influence in his cuckoo-ness. So let's move on. Another fighter that they're trying to set up to lose, Jerome Bruce Ennis. They're really trying to set up this man to lose. Jerome Bruce Ennis, who holds the IBF title at 147. My guys, after Terence Bud Crawford became undisputed, they moved up to 154, dropping all the belts and saying, yeah, you lot can have that. I'm done with 147, of course, after beating Errol the Truth Spence to become undisputed. My guys, my people, are you following me, or am I going too fast? If you don't follow closely, you just might miss, because you know what I mean, I ain't got no time. I'm just straight cutting through. Anyway, so we had Jerome Bruce Ennis, like I said, they are trying to set him up to lose. Did you see when he beat David Avanesian in 5 rounds? Just a round better than than Terence Bud Crawford. He was getting pop, caught with lefts and rights and jabs and kitchen sink by David Avanesian, yeah? You should not be getting caught like that. With your defense, hell no. And you know what, yeah? After the win, after he finished Avanesian in the 5th round, congratulations, Jerome Bruce Ennis. But that's a long time ago now, yeah? Actually, not too long ago. That was only in July, my people. But you know what? He got the job done just a round earlier than Terence Bud Crawford, and everybody was getting hyped. People were gassing him. The interviewer tried to ask him about Terence Bud Crawford, who would he want next? And this is him. He mumbled Crawford's name. I want Terence Bud Crawford. The way he said it, Crawford, mate. Where's the F in his name? You called Crawford Crawford. You don't really want to fight Jerome Bruce Ennis. You know what I mean? Stop leading us on. Terence Crawford will boof, pop. Take that, Jerome Bruce Ennis, you know what I mean? But you are a humble youth, so I believe nobody should be shitting on you, and neither do I. I've never seen you on your own, by your own accord, call like Terence Bud Crawford. So everybody, stop egging on the youth. What the youth really wants to do is set out his own pathway and chase greatness that way. And also, Eddie Hearn, start guiding your fighters right. Stop setting them up to lose. I know Jerome Bruce Ennis is was supposed to face Brian Norman, WBO champ, at 147, but of course they threw spanners in the works, the IBF, and forced Jerome Bruce Ennis to face his mandatory in Karen Chukadzian, my people, and someone who's already beat in January 2023. Can you believe they're forcing a man to fight him again over a mandatory position? Past that mandatory position, you know what is already gonna happen. That fight wasn't even close, my people. Trust me, even though it went all the way to 12 rounds, it was by unanimous decision, a wide unanimous decision, not even close. So let's stop there with that Chukadzian talk. But however, it don't matter what I say, because they are fighting on the 9th of November, I believe. So after they get past that, maybe Eddie Hearn might be able to set up that unification bout with Brian Norman sometime in 2025, my people. But yeah, that's all I got to say. But let me finish off with this. Do you know what Terence Bud Crawford had to say after Jerome Bruce Ennis finished off a Venetian in July? He said, "Is this the man you lot are calling world a world level fighter, huh?" And he said, the bias just continues, my people. And he called out Eddie Hearn and said, "Eddie Hearn, you talk a good talk." And of course, I'm all in with Terence Bud Crawford. He knows that Jerome Bruce Ennis is being set up to lose. And with that said, that's all I'm done on this session of Boxing Talk. Catch me next time on this channel, Body and Mind Sports. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, and of course, drop your comments below. And until next time, stay very, very super blessed.